Live from KSAT 12, the 6 o'clock news starts right now.
The holiday weekend is upon us. We're expecting some pretty nice weather ahead of the new year.
Absolutely, yeah. A lot of people getting excited, but there is a cold front that is expected to move through early on New Year's Day, giving us a cooler start to the next week and, of course, the new year. Let's go to meteorologist Justin Horn for the very latest. Justin?
Yeah, well, you guys don't need me to tell you how beautiful it was today. And yes, we do have a cold front that'll move through on New Year's Day, but I don't think it's going to affect our plans as we celebrate New Year's Eve. Outside right now, beautiful, 55. Temperatures are falling after reaching the 60s earlier today. 58 in New Braunfels, 58 in Seguin, 54 right now in Bernie, and a light west and northwesterly wind. Tomorrow morning, like this morning, we'll see those temperatures get down close to freezing. Places like Bernie, Comfort, likely below that mark. Here in San Antonio, it'll be a close call, but right now we're calling for 35 here in town. Certainly some freezing numbers as you get up into the hill country. Even Seguin and Gonzales could get near that mark by tomorrow morning. Your weather headlines. Warm and beautiful this weekend. We'll be in the 70s by Sunday. Then that cold front comes through. But as we ring in the new year, temperatures will be in the 50s midnight, New Year's Eve. There are some rain chances too to talk about. Those show up next week. We're going to have more on that forecast for you coming up in just a few minutes.
All right, thank you very much, Justin. Taking a look at your traffic authority, and we take you outside. TransGuide traffic cameras, the downtown area, I-10 at Frio. A little bit of traffic on a Friday evening, Ursula. Maybe some people getting out, getting an early dinner, getting ready for the big weekend.
Yeah, it's actually looking a lot better than it did at 5 o'clock. So there's that. Tonight, we know the name of the woman found dead in a ditch on the city's Southside earlier this week. According to the medical examiner's office, she is 38-year-old Crystal Delgado. San Antonio police say that she was found in a ditch just after midnight in the 6800 block of Pecan Valley. Police say she didn't have any sign of injuries, so the medical examiner says they have not yet determined how she died.
A family of 5 escaping a fire at their home in Converse. Now the family is trying to find where they are going to live next. This fire happened just before 1 this morning in the 7500 block of Copper Cove near Loop 1604. When firefighters arrived, there was smoke coming from the 2-story home. 3 adults, 2 children, and a dog all fortunately made it out safely. Right now, the cause of the fire is under investigation. The Red Cross was called to help the family. Meanwhile, San Antonio fire investigators believe the cause of a vacant house fire was started by someone that was trying to stay warm. This fire happened around 8 this morning in the 5000 block of Wycliffe Drive. According to fire crews, they believe someone was breaking in and making a small fire inside the home to keep warm. That fire then got out of control. No injuries were reported.
Now to a ripple effect from Christmas Eve on a humanitarian issue. As LULAC and volunteers gathered to provide more than 500 warm meals to migrants at the Migrant Resource Center, they realized the struggle. They realized that young children were having a rough time being forced to sleep in the street on the cold pavement. So now volunteers are putting together what they're calling dignity bags. They fill any bag they can find. They stuff it with essential items to make people feel more comfortable. Baby wipes, combs, chapstick, journals, and more. Each bag individualized depending on age and gender. And some come with small toys or coloring books, little gifts that would mean the world to kids going through tough times.
They're really close. They're Velcro to their caregiver. I mean, their parent. They're scared.
And she says they need more bags. The bags will be needed as the migrants come. LULAC asking for monetary donations, but also hygiene items. If you're interested in helping, we have a list of the items needed and who to call on our website, KSAT.com.
Billions of dollars are available for schools across the country to help make them safer.
And it's a part of a bipartisan Safer Communities Act. Earlier this year, Matthew McConaughey and his wife started the Green Lights Grant Initiative. And as Lee Waldman explains, it'll help schools in and around our area and the country get access to the federal monies.
A way to help born out of tragedy. Following the shooting at Robb Elementary, lawmakers from both sides of the aisle in the House and Senate passed the bipartisan Safer Communities Act. When it was signed into law in June 2022, over $2 billion was set aside to bolster school safety.
Specifically designed to help support school districts in meeting the mental health needs of students and building their resiliency in terms of school safety.
Sasha Podelsky, the advocacy director for AASA, the School Superintendents Association, is partnering with the Green Lights Grant Initiative to help bridge the gap between that federal money and the school districts who need it.
It's meant to empower school districts and ensure that they can get notified when these grants are out there, that they get support.
The Green Lights Grant Initiative was started by Matthew McConaughey and his wife. They were both touched deeply by the Robb tragedy, writing, quote, "The parents in Uvalde asked us to do one thing, make their lives matter. We hope this can help do just that," unquote. Representative Tony Gonzalez is on the advisory council.
Essentially, every parent and every teacher, anyone, grandparent, can go and figure out what their school district can apply for and help be part of the solution.
How it typically works, it can take up to 100 hours and thousands of dollars for school districts to hire a grant writer and apply for a federal grant, at times to no avail. The Green Lights Grant Initiative eliminates that, making it easier to look up grants available and cutting down on the application process.
School safety isn't real until we bring these federal dollars into our school districts.
Right now, Gonzalez and Podelsky are working to get school districts aware of the help they're offering, so when federal grants open in the new year, that money can be used.
We're hoping that in the spring we see just a flood of applications from districts that have never even attempted to get this money before, as well as districts that maybe have but haven't been successful with our help.
Lee Waldman, KSAT 12 News.
Podelsky says if the money set aside for this bipartisan Safer Communities Act isn't completely utilized, it can be reallocated to other places, and not as much will be set aside for school safety in the future. We have more on the Green Lights Grant Initiative on our website, ksat.com.
Tonight, loved ones are mourning the loss of the 6 people killed in a car crash in North Texas earlier this week. While returning from a family visit to Fossil Rim in Glen Rose, 28-year-old Rachel Barry's car was hit head-on. He, his wife's parents, and 3 cousins were injured or killed. The 17-year-old driver and passenger in the other vehicle are in critical condition. A total of 6 people were killed, including Rachel.
Just in one family, they lost 5 members. It's like, I don't even know what to say on that.
I can't digest him. He's no more.
Some of those killed were visiting from India, so now family and friends are working on ways to try to ship the bodies back to that country.
And over to Houston now, where an Amazon delivery driver says she was harassed while making a delivery. Jemiah Miller says she was delivering a package at a residential property called Belle Meade when a resident started to question her. Miller says she became concerned and pulled out her phone to record that interaction that you just saw a little while ago. In the video, you can hear the person calling her a thief. Later on, things started to get physical.
She was saying she's attacking me, but you can clearly see her hitting me as she's saying this. So yeah, in that moment, it got a little bit more scary too, because I felt like she was gonna try to make false claims about me being there.
Miller has filed a police report and her case has now been assigned to an investigator. Belle Meade property representatives say the actions of third parties do not in any way reflect the values of the property. They say that they are cooperating with police. As you firm up your New Year's Eve party plans, some sobering statistics could take them to a new place. 12% of deaths between the ages of 20 and 64 are caused by alcohol abuse, and is the 4th leading cause of preventable death. Now, while occasional drinks might work for some, it's the fact that 25% of U.S. adults binge drink every single weekend. It hurts more than the body, but the brain too.
Not only can drinking kill, drinking too much can cause a form of permanent brain damage called Wernicke-Korsakoff syndrome, or wet brain.
Wet brain, or WKS, would not typically manifest until we saw someone drinking perhaps at least 6 or 7 drinks a day on average.
University of Colorado psychologist Joseph Schacht says there are 2 parts to WKS, or wet brain. First, encephalopathy. It causes people to seem drunk even when they're sober.
Wernicke syndrome is characterized in particular by motor difficulties, so difficulty walking, falling over, or losing one's balance. as well as some mental confusion.
The second stage, psychosis, causing hallucinations and delusions.
They can also be confused for symptoms of other dementias.
These symptoms are caused by a lack of vitamin B1.
The symptoms of Wernicke syndrome be identified and treated. That can be very simple with simply thiamine or vitamin B1 supplementation. But if that is not treated, it will progress to Korsakoff psychosis, which is not treatable.
It's sad because the damage can be reversed if it's caught early, but the only way to prevent it is to minimize drinking or to quit. And while men die from alcohol illnesses at a much higher rate than women, the gap is closing because women are drinking more these days and our bodies don't process alcohol as well as men's. Little fact there.
Interesting stuff there. Coming up in our next half hour, 2023 was a busy year for Bexar County courtrooms. Tonight at 6:30, we take a look back at some of the biggest trials over the last 12 months.
And after the break, we're 2 days away from the New Year celebration in Times Square. Why New York City officials are increasing their efforts this celebration. Next.
This SA Salutes holiday greeting is brought to you by Rodriguez Trial Law.
Hi, I'm Fidel Rodriguez Jr. with Rodriguez Trial Law. We would like to thank all active and ex-military members for your service and sacrifice. Blessed holidays to all.
The Alamo Bowl's scraps are becoming someone else's treasure. Find out why these guys are becoming so important to a local group.
New Year's Eve celebrations are soon going to be underway. That means security is tightening down across the country, especially in the heart of New York City's Times Square.
Yeah, big celebration there as usual. As ABC's Rena Roy reports, the NYPD is ramping up its efforts to keep everyone safe as they ring in 2024.
Times Square in New York City transforms into the biggest party in the world every New Year's Eve. And the NYPD says they're prepared for anything. Thousands of officers getting ready to deploy across the area.
This is our Super Bowl. We plan for it all year long.
Police planning to expand their security perimeter as they look for anything out of place or any suspicious people. They'll be using dogs, drones, and spectator checkpoints.
We know how to safeguard events of this size. We have major events going on at one time in this city, and with the collaboration of all of our agencies and organizations, we get it right and we do it right all the time.
There are no specific or credible threats, but a federal assessment obtained by ABC News says the celebration is an attractive target for foreign terrorists, homegrown violent extremists, and lone wolves. Authorities citing a heightened threat environment as the war rages on between Israel and Hamas. Already this year, demonstrators tried to disrupt other iconic holiday events in the city, the Thanksgiving parade and the tree lighting. And last year, police say a man from Maine attacked NYPD officers with a knife at a security checkpoint near Times Square.
Despite the heightened tensions right now, the NYPD is still encouraging people to come out and enjoy themselves, but also reminding everyone, as they often do, if you see something, say something. Rena Roy, ABC News, New York.
Taking a look outside with live cam. We've been searching for a cloud all day long. We are not going to get one. Sun's setting now. Or
There's
set.
skies out there. Looks nice.
Doesn't it look nice? I mean,
It's
that
beautiful.
picture is just, so nice. Yeah, you're not going to find a cloud. Not tonight, not tomorrow either. We've got another great day coming up on Saturday, and we just talked about New Year's Eve. If you're making plans, give you the forecast one more time if you missed it earlier. We're thinking that temperatures will be in the 70s for Sunday, and then as we get into New Year's Eve, temperatures will fall off into the 50s, but it won't be bad. You may want to coat, but it's not going to be overly cold. That cold front that we're forecasting looks to hold off until early Monday morning. It will bring some breezier and cooler conditions for Monday for New Year's Day. Let's talk about the drought now. We know it's been a rough year rain-wise. We talked a little bit about that yesterday, but this is the latest drought monitor. Still shows that we're in extreme drought here around South Texas and much of the hill country. So it goes without saying, but the fireworks, we got to be a little careful, especially if it gets breezy as we get into Monday morning. It's still very, very dry out there, so I did want to mention that. Rain chances, but we're not going to get any through Monday, but it's Tuesday where they do start to show up. I'm feeling encouraged by our rain chances Tuesday and again on Friday of next week. So we've got 2 opportunities to get some showers and maybe even a couple thunderstorms. We'll look at that forecast here in just a second. First, though, let's go back outside. 55, clear skies, westerly winds at 6. A beautiful evening underway. And our forecast for the rest of tonight, 48 at 8 o'clock, 47, 9 p.m. Temperatures will dip pretty quickly. I think by 2 a.m. we're probably on the brink of getting in the 30s. And certainly by tomorrow morning with light winds, clear skies, that whole radiational cooling thing sets in again, and we'll get temperatures down to about 35 here in San Antonio, almost exactly like this morning. Some places will be down to freezing. Bernie, Boulevardy, Seguin, possibly freezing there. New Braunfels 34. I think the outlying areas of San Antonio could get awful close, at least briefly, tomorrow morning. So just a heads up there. But like today, we'll warm up quickly. We'll see temperatures in the mid-40s by 9 o'clock and by noontime, 64. Look at the high tomorrow. Close to 70, sunny, clear, perfect. Another great day on the way. Here's the big picture across the country, and we've got a lot of unsettled weather on the East Coast, a lot of unsettled weather on the West Coast. It's been very busy for places like San Francisco, LA, with this next storm system moving on board. But the middle part of the country has just been quiet. And that's where we are. And we continue to enjoy this great weather. Again, it continues tomorrow. Sunday is going to be all right, too. We'll see temperatures get fairly warm Sunday afternoon. But here comes the front. I think it probably holds off until after midnight. It's slowed down a little bit. So by Sunday morning, the front comes through. It turns breezy and cooler on Monday, but no rain with this front, at least not initially, because we have to wait for the next storm system to move in. Now, some of that cooler air will still be in place, and by Tuesday afternoon, here comes the next storm system. Should kick up some showers, maybe even a thunderstorm. But at this point, it will be kind of chilly out there, and I don't see temperatures rising much on Tuesday. So we'll warn you, Tuesday will be sort of a chilly, cool day as we head back to work and school. Know that you'll need an umbrella probably and a coat. And this will slowly move out, and I think by Wednesday morning we'll be saying goodbye to the rain before more rain chances, as I said, show up later next week. So 73 Sunday. Here comes the front early on Monday, down to 60 for a high. We've got lows back in the 30s Tuesday morning, and then that 40% chance of rain with a high of only 51. 58 Wednesday, 59 Thursday, another chance Friday. Right now, 40% chance of rain and highs in the mid-50s. But all this comes after we welcome in the new year, guys.
Yeah, 2024.
Here we go, getting ready for it.
Yeah.
All right, well, it was another thrilling Alamo Bowl, as is usually the case, and especially for one of our employees here. I know Nick was super excited about the result of this one, Mary.
You know, I don't know if he told anyone yet, but he is an alumni of Arizona, so he got to cover the game, and man, was it a sight to behold. The 2023 Valero Alamo Bowl, 14th ranked Arizona wins the turnover battle to defeat Oklahoma en route to the championship, and Nick Mantis will break it all down. Plus, the Spurs wrap up a back-to-back set in Portland tonight. They won last night thanks to an excellent performance from Victor Wembanyama, but tonight they aim for the sweep without him, coming up after the break. The celebration on the turf at the Alamo Dome was a sight to behold. The balloons, the confetti, a perfect salute to an action-packed game. The 14th ranked Arizona football team jumped out to a 13-0 lead over number 12 Oklahoma, but the Sooners wouldn't go down without a fight, scoring 21 unanswered points. That's until the Wildcats finished the game how they started it, as Arizona took the crown, winning 38-24. KSAT 12 sports reporter Nick Mantis has more on how the tide shifted in the final frame.
Hey, Mary, when the Arizona Wildcats put up their fours at the start of the fourth quarter, they were motivating themselves for what they knew was about to come next. Not only did they score 17 unanswered points, but they dominated defensively, shutting out the Oklahoma Sooners and going on to win the Alamo Bowl. And Arizona's head coach, Jed Fish, said the main reason why they were prepared for the fourth quarter was because of their strength and conditioning staff.
I really believe our strength staff does an amazing job of making an emphasis of the fourth quarters when we win games. You know, you don't win the game in the first quarter, and you don't win the game in the second quarter, and you don't win the game in the third quarter. So if you learn that and you believe that, then these guys go out there and they don't flinch. They know that the fourth quarter is going to be the game, the time that they got to be at their best.
I want to give credit to my teammates for pushing me day in and day out since January. Going through fall camp, spring ball, some summer conditioning, get me to where I'm at today, the athlete that I am today. So if it wasn't for those guys pushing me each and every day, I don't think I would be here today as the athlete that I am.
U of A is home, and this win means everything. We came a long way, and this whole team, whole staff, whole facility deserves it.
And with this win, the Arizona Wildcats finish out the 2023 season with 10 wins. Only the fourth time in program history that they've been able to do that. And we'll head back to Tucson as champions of the Valero Alamo Bowl. From the Alamo Dome, Nick Mantis, KSAT 12 Sports.
Last night, Spurs rookie Victor Wembanyama dominated both ends of the court, helping lift San Antonio to a wire-to-wire win over the Portland Trail Blazers. The Spurs led 38-14 thanks to a fluid first quarter, then built a 28-point edge early in the second quarter and never let Portland closer than 8 points the rest of the way, winning 118-105 and ending San Antonio's 5-game losing streak. After the game, the Silver and Black said they didn't approach the game any different en route to the victory, but rather all of the pieces fell together.
Coming into the game, the energy and the, never stopping the ball, always moving and sharing it, it's that was for offense. And in defense, all of us were locked in the shifts. We had a lot of deflections, especially in the first half. So it's all of it, it's details, but when we get them all together, this is what it looks like.
As you saw with his stat line, a lot of credit goes to Wembanyama in last night's win. The rematch is tonight, and the Spurs, though, will be without the French phenom. And that's no surprise. Head coach Greg Popovich said Tuesday Wemby would rest one of the games out west. Tip-off is at 9 o'clock tonight from Moda Center.
I wanted to go back real quick to that defensive celebration. So they had a sword
with a bunch of footballs.
Popping the footballs when they got a turnover. That's one of the most unique things I've ever seen.
I'm going to have to
turnovers.
tape and take a look at that.
6 footballs flattened by a sword on the sidelines of the Alamo Bowl.
And
Good
Nick,
stuff there.
And I'm just going to say it. Nick looked a little too happy in his story.
Good for him.
Be an objective journalist.
We'll be right back.